they want to start exploring makeup. Like, ito na yung age na nandyan sila na gusto ko mag-try ng blush on because I saw it on my favorite K-pop idol, ganyan-ganyan. I saw it on my favorite artista. So, ito na yung stage na nag-explore sila. I wanna know your thoughts on how their want to use makeup. Can it worsen acne or like can it cause acne?
Hello everyone and welcome back to Derm Dialogue. Today we are having a very special topic. And actually matagal ko itong gustong pag-usapan pero hindi ko kayang gawin because I'm not an expert at it. So I invited a very special guest. Actually matagal ko na siyang kilala, first online and then we became friends na. Guys, please welcome Miss Nate.
Hello, Doc. Thank you so much for having me. Super honored to be here with you and your viewers as well.
So, Nate, tell us about yourself. I'm sure a lot of you who are into makeup and skincare, you see Miss Nate online. Pero I want Miss Nate to actually introduce, like, tell them what you do, what is your expertise, what are you interested in?
I used to be a makeup artist right after I graduated college. Nag-gap year ako actually. Sabi ko sa mom ko, pwede ba ako mag-makeup? Sayang kasi yung pinag-ahala, di ba? Ganun. Well, nagamit pa rin naman. So, I was a makeup artist for 6 years, doing it professionally. Name it, celebrity, pageant, wedding, bride, ganyan. Editorial, konti. Lahat ginawa ko. And then, ayun, na-discover ko yung TikTok during the pandemic, out of boredom. Kasi walang work from home.
Wala.
For makeup artists, walang ganon, di ba?
Tapos walang mga events, di ba?
Wala. So, walang work. Hindi pwede magkita-kita. So, nag-makeup ako sa TikTok. Ayun. That's how I started with my content creation journey.
For everyone's information, yung topic natin for today is about makeup and skincare or makeup or skincare. So, you're probably wondering why I came up with this topic or why I thought about talking about this. It's because a lot of my patients, when they come to the clinic, minsan yung goal nila, pag tinanong, ano ba talagang gusto mo mangyari sa skin mo? Usually sinasabi nila, Doc, gusto ko kasing lumabas confidently without makeup. So parang, you know, which brings me to the question na parang, is makeup and skincare like really against each other or can they actually work together? Hindi naman ako expert in makeup, and marami naman ako alam in skincare. So I invited someone who's an expert in makeup. So that's why Miss Nate is here.
Okay, that's right, Doc Gail, no? As in, parati silang pinipit against each other. And usually, for my viewers, parang nako-confuse din sila kung ano yung ipa-prioritize nila.
Yes, correct.
Diba? Like, dun yung, parang for me, that is a pain point in my viewers now. Parang, for example, limited yung budget mo. Anong unahin mo, diba? Skincare ba or makeup? So, I think, Doc Gail, gusto kong tanungin yun sa'yo today, no? From a derma standpoint, paano mo i-juggle ang makeup and skincare? Balanse ba dapat or may isang nakakalamang?
Ay, pero alam mo, totoo yan. Naalala ko lang tong kwento, share ko lang ha. Di ba, I get a lot of patients with acne. So, sometimes talaga it's easier to cover it up eh. Di ba, parang kasi pag, oh my God, may event ako bukas pero ang dami kong pimples. Parang naglagay ka ng makeup or concealer, ayun, solve na yung problem mo. But it doesn't really solve the problem. You know, it's like a temporary solution. Pero kasi ako, to answer your question, how I see it, I think that skincare and makeup can go well together. Like, ako, kita mo naman yan, di ba, naka-makeup din ako. Pero for me, importante to understand that when you say skincare, it's really taking care of your skin. And when you say makeup, it's more of like an enhancement tool. If you want to emphasize like certain features, if you want like your eyes to pop out, your eyes to look bigger, your lips to look more, you know, round or plump. So for me, when it comes to both of them, they can be quite different, but it doesn't mean na magkalaban sila. So ako, makeup and skincare ako.
Actually, for me, as a makeup artist and just a beauty enjoyer in general, I love putting on makeup. Makeup and skincare din ako eh. Because they go together. They complement each other, no? Pero Doc, yung tanong ko is, usually, ako yung mga viewers ko kasi, nagpa-puberty sila. So, may hormonal changes and
bata
madalas...
pa si guys, Miss Nate. So, yung audience...
16 pa lang po ako. Joke! So, usually, a lot of my viewers, very Gen Z, no? Siyempre, part of their growing up cycle, hindi siya cycle. Part of their growing up is going through puberty. And yung hormonal changes dyan, it can lead to acne, di ba?
Correct.
For sure, Doc, alam mo na yun. Pero, ang tanong ko lang is, these kids din kasi, they wanna start exploring makeup. Like, ito na yung age na nandyan sila na gusto ko mag-try ng blush on because I saw it on my favorite K-pop idol, ganyan-ganyan. I saw it on my favorite artista. So, ito na yung stage na nag-explore sila. I wanna know your thoughts on how they want to use makeup. Can it worsen acne or like, can it cause acne? Ganon?
Actually, very, very valid yung tanong ni Miss Nate. It's not the first time I've heard of it. A lot of people say na parang, oy, makeup causes acne, makeup exacerbates acne. Actually, may ginawa na nga ako parang debunking on that very popular myth. So, it's not true that makeup causes acne. And not just makeup. Anything na you put on your skin na nakaklag ng pores, nakadumi, can exacerbate existing acne. Pero, hindi talaga nagkukos ng acne yung makeup. For example, di ba lagi natin sinasabi, never sleep with your makeup on. Why? Number 1, it can clog your pores. Number 2, it doesn't allow your skin to breathe. Di ba? Number 3, wala ka nang malalagay kasi hinarangan mo na. So ako, yung para sa akin, totoo yun na you get your acne during puberty. And if you really want to explore makeup, ang advice ko lang talaga is to properly remove it. Like, never sleep on it. And depending on your skin type, you can actually choose makeup lines that sort of tailor fit to your skin type. Para sabihin, like for example, if you're oil and acne prone, syempre you should probably opt for oil-free, non-comedogenic, mga ganun. Although yung mga yan, wala namang standard. So, hindi ibig sabihin pag nakalagay non-comedogenic, never ka na talaga magka-acne. But it only means that compared to like all the other makeup brands out there, the non-comedogenic and oil-free line is less likely to exacerbate acne. Parang gano'n. So, dun sa mga Gen Z followers mo, okay lang mag-experiment na makeup. Pero, yung akin lang is, pag sobrang dami mo acne, mas maganda yata i-treat mo muna. Or pagsabayan mo at least. Parang gano'n.
Okay. Pero may isa pa akong question, Doc, if I may. Yung usual na, for me, what I see na nagiging concern or pain point na naman ng mga viewers is, nagsiself-diagnose sila ng skin type nila. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts about that? Like, kasi, ang daming information dyan sa TikTok na, if you're oily skin, you should use oil-free. If you're dry, you should use something with this ingredient, ganyan-ganyan. There's a lot of that information. Pero kasi, sometimes, nagsiself-diagnose na yung mga tao na, oily ako. Sino nagsabi? Ganon. Like, gusto ko malaman, if you were a student, Doc, paano mo malalaman kung oily ka or anong skin type mo talaga? Ano yung mga main concerns mo talaga? Kasi minsan may mga concern tayo na are just in our head, di ba? Like parang bumps na normal, iyan talaga yung texture. Hindi naman siya dapat tanggalin or ganun, di ba? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, bago ko sagutin yan, meron ako guys, YouTube video about finding out what your skin type is. Pero, actually, totoo yun. And contrary to what people believe, your skin type can actually change depending on your environment, on your habits, exposures, and even depending on the skincare products that you use. Kasi sometimes, halimbawa, usually kasi pag mga Gen Z or mga teenagers, you're really more on the oily side. Why? Because your hormones are up and they stimulate your oil glands to produce more oil. So, ako, most of the people or most individuals in that age range, oily skin. But why do sometimes people say na parang hindi, Doc, dry ako eh. So, like I said, it can be influenced by what you use. For example, if oily ka to begin with and you start using products and ingredients na drying, biglang mamaya, shocks, hindi ako oily, dry na ako. And vice versa, for example, super dry and then you start using like oily products, ganyan. Biglang mamaya, oy, hindi na ako dry, oily na ako. Or for example, like in the Philippines, diba, it's very humid. Most of the time, talagang feeling mo oily ka. Pero pag punta ka sa temperate country, like yung mga nag-Japan dyan, ganyan, biglang, oy, dry na sila. It's really hard. And honestly, ako, pabago-bago din yung skin ko, yung skin type ko. Sometimes I'm dry. Most of the time, I'm combinations. Because sometimes parang patang oily ko. What's important is that you understand those cues and try to see talaga, to know what your true skin type is, sabi nila. Pag-isip mo daw sa umaga, wash your face with like a really gentle cleanser, pat dry, wait 20 minutes. Kung ano yun, kung halimbawa lang nagbago, di normal skin ka. For example, kung feeling mo banat na banat yung balat mo, maaaring dry ka. But if you feel na parang, hala, oily na agad ako, baka oily ka. But if there's a mix, then your combinations. That's the simplest, easiest, fastest way of finding out. But then again, you know what? It changes. So, ikaw, ano bang skin type mo?
Hindi ko rin alam, Doc. Kasi medyo same sa'yo. I really adjust it depending on what's happening in my skin. Like, kung nasaan ka, kung ano rin yung event na pupuntahan mo. And yung countries, diba? Minsan, like, when I was abroad din, ang lamig, medyo dry, gano'n.
Diba?
Oo,
So,
pero dito,
yeah.
lapot ako. Sa Pilipinas, lapot.
Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa mga nag-follow sa akin, sa mga humingi ng advice, na it's okay to have like a wide range of skincare products and you can actually use whatever depending on your current needs. Ganun talaga yun. Kaya ang hirap magbigay ng advice di ba? Like ikaw, siguro when people ask you about makeup there, parang it's kind of hard to give like a specific advice.
Yes.
Kasi iba-iba talaga siya.
Sobrang situational and depende talaga sa tao, ganun, di ba?
So since we were talking about acne, as a makeup expert, what tips can you offer for covering acne without harming the skin? Kasi like I said, a lot of my young patients, di ba, syempre you're treating the acne na, and it's really not like an overnight thing. So I start my treatment now, it usually takes weeks before you see improvement, di ba? So while they are waiting for the medicines to kick in, for the products to work, how do they cover up? Paano nila matatakpan yung mga blemishes nila or yung mga redness and ang acne lesions?
Actually, ang daming approach dito, no? Kasi iba-iba rin ang approach.
Gusto ko malaman
pag may makeup yung mga tao. Well, first of all, I wanna tell everyone na suffering with acne, tas gusto nyong i-cover. A lot of the acne medications na minsan over-the-counter, minsan prescription, may tendency sila to dry out your skin. Di ba, Doc? Like,
Yes.
kasi kailangan mo siyang i-dry out yung acne mo, di ba? Huwag kayong mag-panic. For example, nilagay mo siya ng makeup, any sort of makeup, tapos mag-peel siya ng konti.
Ay, oo.
Kasi you have medicine on to make that area dry. So, normal lang yun. Yun yung una kong gustong sabihin. Pangalawa naman, siguro sawang-sawa na kayo sa skin prep, no? Sabihin ko, skin prep parati yung solution. Pero, based ako, working with clients, ganyan, and on myself, kapag hindi naka-prep ng maayos yung skin, hindi rin talaga
kakapit yung makeup.
Saka, the results won't be as nice. Pero for me, Doc, I wanna know your thoughts on that din. Na parang ako, even if I'm oily, gusto ko medyo hydrated pa rin talaga yung skin ko. Kasi, I noticed that even if I get oily, pag naglagay ako sa face ko ng makeup ng hindi masyadong prep, like spray lang, yung bitin siya, kulang siya ng hydration, mas mabilis siyang matanggal for me. Yes, mas matte siya, ganon. Pero for me, mas mabilis siyang matanggal. So minsan, pinipili ko na have it super hydrated, mag-oily ka na lang, tas mag-touch up ka na lang ng konti. At least nandyan yung coverage.
Skin? Kasi may ginagawa sa akin yung makeup artist ko before that, may serum, may kung ano. Is that what you call prepping?
Yes. Usually, like kahit oily sila, super duper daming hydration. Kasi for me, mas maganda yung glide ng makeup. Mas tatagal din siya. Mag-oily siya after a while. Parang mag-shine siya ng onte. Which for me is a better downside.
Kesa crack-crack.
Kesa matte na magka-crack siya.
Diba? Nangyayari sa akin dati. Pag ako lang nag-makeup sa sarili ko, yung dito, yung guhit-guhit na siya.
Yes, ganon. So yun yung isa.
Yun pala yung
But in general, just use concealer or foundation depending on what you're covering din. Usually kasi kapag mga super dark spot, ganyan, or may texture, we usually use a harder formula concealer, something like a cream or a pot, ganyan. Pero, just take note na because it's a cream or like a harder formula, there's less hydration there. So, dapat naka-skin prep ka rin talaga ng maayos. Kasi, pag hindi, pag bitin yung skincare mo, yun na, doon na mangyayari yung caking, ganyan, di ba?
Tapos di ba, Miss Nate, meron yun pag yung kino-cover mo red, kailangan ganitong shade.
Yes.
Tama ba yun?
Well, color correction in general.
Okay, sorry.
Color correct.
I would like to correct myself. Hindi pala siya consider color corrector.
Hindi, parang magkaiba naman sila. Magkaiba sila. So, color correcting. My thoughts about color correcting. Honestly, kung photoshoot siya na tipong i-beauty portrait ka, yun ka magko-color correct. Pero kunyari for me, everyday office or school, I'd rather na you just use a high coverage concealer and use very thin layers. Kasi you're gonna wear it out Kasi kapag nasa shoot, for those who don't know, pag nasa shoot, on standby ang makeup artist mo, on standby ang editing mo, on standby ang magpa-powder sa'yo, ganyan. Pero if you're in school, in office, parang ang daming effort to do that. And if you want, go, pwede rin. Like, if interest mo siya, if hobbies mo siya. Pero for the normal person, I think using a high coverage concealer, very, very thin layers on well-prepped skin, and then set mo ng maayos with a powder. Yun na yun. That's the best option. And you have to know how to retouch. Kung gusto mo pa rin nako-cover siya. Kasi yung iba naman, mas gusto nila yung effect ng makeup nila pag medyo nakulas ng konti. Alam mo yun, yung medyo na pawisan siya. Oo, ganun. It depends on you din talaga.
Ang daming mga terms, nakakaloka. I'm sorry, guys. If you had to choose Should it be skincare or makeup? Or is there a way to strike a perfect balance between the two?
Is there anything, an ingredient na iniiwasan when it comes to makeup? Anything that you're aware of, ganyan, or you have had experience with? Ako, as a makeup lover, I focus on the visual. Kung anong magiging itsura niya sa akin, more than the like added benefit ng skincare. O, kasi at night, mag-active sleep.
Tatagalin mo din naman,
Oo.
correct.